Hello and welcome back to Nightmares Serve Raw. It has been quite a while since we dived into this podcast, but you know what? I've decided to rejuvenate your ears with a lovely little sound from myself and Channel Blue, also known as Sam, if you haven't seen him recently. Me and Sam have decided to start a little podcast doing this, and we've decided to read through creepypastas together, going completely blind, see what we think of them, and just enjoy them together. So sit back, relax, enjoy the absolute dementia-ridden, awful, I don't even have words to comprehend how terrible this is going to be, pilot episode of our brand new podcast. Let's get into this. And today we are starting with the Rugrats Theory. Again, me and Sam have absolutely no clue what this is about. We don't know anything about the story, but we do love Rugrats. And Sam, I'm going to pass it over to you. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, good sir. Thank you. So let's begin with the original story. The Rugrats really were a figment of Angelica's demonic and unimaginable imagination. Chucky died in 1986 along with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time.
Tommy was born in 1988, but he was stillborn. That's why Stu is constantly... Sorry, that's already thrown me off. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of. I'm trying to think of the animation of Rugrats, and I'm trying to think of Stu and his younger brother just being born as a dead fetus, which I know is horrible. That's an interesting story. I'm going to restart this paragraph, guys. I'm going to start off with.
Jesus Christ.
Tommy was born in 1988, but he was stillborn. Sorry, it's really fucked up. Let me try that once more, guys.
Wait, hold on. Tommy was born in 1988, but he was stillborn.
Everyone, tell me he's dead. Tell me Tommy is a rotten dead fetus and he's gone.
I just love that. Honestly, I just love that so much because it's like, oh yeah, he was born in 1988. Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, by this beloved character you've grown up with. Yeah. By the way, he came out the womb as a rotten.
He was fucking stillborn.
He was a dead being. He was a little zombified I'm too drunk to say the words. By the way, we're filming the first episode after a few drunks. Drinks. Fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me get back to the line. So, Sam, let's be professional. I know that's hard to say, but we're gonna.
Since when did you get all fucking, radio presenter?
I had an open mind from God, and he told me to be sensible. Anyway, Tommy was born in 1988, but he was stillborn. Okay, that's still hilarious. I can't. Tommy's dead.
That's why.
That's the end of the story. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great evening. Goodbye. Now, by the way, starting over again. Tommy was born in 1988, but he was stillborn. That's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had a chance to live. Sorry, hold on. So Tommy is dead. Let's just clarify that. Tommy is dead.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? What was it again?
Tommy is stillborn. Tommy is dead.
Yeah. So he's stillborn. Okay.
This is interesting.
So the DeVilles had an abortion in 1990. Oh wow, we're just getting straight into that, are we?
Getting real deep straight away. Yeah. Oh, by the way, these lifelong characters, one was born dead and the other one had an abortion because they had an abusive, horrible relationship. Stu basically used to turn around and hit his bitch of a wife and just had to put her in a place and be like, "Hey, woman! I'm the man of this fucking house! You will do as I fucking say, okay? I don't give a shit that your kid is dead! Fuck you! No! Stop it!" I'm getting cancelled after this podcast. I can't wait.
I mean, look at the fucking audio spikes on that. That's just fucking ridiculous.
That's going to be hilarious to listen back to. Carry on. Anyway.
So hold on. So the DeVilles had an abortion in 1990. Angelica couldn't figure out whether it would be a boy or a girl, thus creating the twins.
Okay, so there's two twins.
Okay. So as for all grown up, the teenage Angelica became addicted to various
Sorry, guys, the twins are drug addicts.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What the fuck.
Okay. You know, we are laughing at someone's teenage fan fiction.
Yeah,
here.
some kids are smacking meth and heroin. This is great. This is funny.
Anyway, carry
on.
So the teenage Angelica became addicted to various narcotics, which further aggravated her schizophrenia.
Okay, so the skits and they're on drugs. Brilliant.
Bringing her back to her childhood and thus the creations she's obsessed over, because of time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her creations. She made them older. Angelica was constantly taking... Oh, for fuck's sake.
Go on, keep reading it.
Taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations, who were her only company.
Okay, so Angelica's a smack addict. She likes taking hallucinates and she's schizophrenic. This is starting to sound like one of my Project Zomboid characters. This is...
Oh, for fuck's sake, it gets worse. It gets further...
It does really get worse. Okay. Okay, Sam, you've got to read this line, okay? The audience need to know.
So did it in a company. In a judgmental world, Angelica's mom, or mum for us, actually died. Actually! She passed away. Not
for real, though.
For real. For real. Yeah, for real. She actually died without a doubt. She actually died of a heroin overdose in 1982.
Gonna hack that smack. What you playing at?
Just after Angelica was born, and Drew, in his depression, married a gold...
Fuck off! Oh my god. Sam, do you want me to carry on for this for you?
Oh, please.
Okay, so audience, you're not ready for this. Angelica's mum actually died of a heroin overdose in 1982, just after Angelica was born. And Drew, in his depression, married a gold-digging whore that Angelica idolised because she was... Sorry. But... because she fooled herself into thinking it was her real mum, but always had a contempt of her concept of her mum.
And took a Barbie doll and made it after her mum's image.
Wearing an unwashed orange dress and having jacked up hair was just why she was so attached to it. Okay.
Later in life, she followed in her mum's footsteps with... What kind of fucking story is this?
Yeah, this is Rugrats, but on smack. This is...
Later in life, she followed in her mum's footsteps with drugs and everything! Dying of an overdose at age 13 when All Grown Up was cancelled. Oh,
fuck. Anyway, it's my turn.
Oh my god, there's more.
There is more. This story doesn't end, by the way.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. The only Rugrat not to be fictional, however, was unborn Tommy's brother, Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Although Dill didn't follow her commands. Okay, that's where a full stop ends. I thought that was going somewhere. After endless crying and a refusal to disappear like the others did when Angelica was angry with them, she hit him. Due to this, he sustained a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in a deformation. She hit him so hard, she started to look like the fella out of the Goonies. Okay, sick. That's just okay.
As he grew up, his damage only became more evident, and by the time he was 9 in All Grown Up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and...
Go on, Sam, you're not going to get cancelled.
In retardation. The immense guilt over this is what led Angelica to her drug use, and is what led Angelica to uncreate the Rugrats briefly until her experience with hallucinogenics.
Okay, she also got on the smack.
On a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz married a woman, Kira. He was actually going to marry a different woman named Coco, but she just wanted him for his money.
Dirty Sorry, that's not in the script. That's just my introduction.
who had a daughter named Kimmy. That was torn from her because she was on coke. She was
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's.
Everyone's a drug addict.
So far we've had hallucinogenics,
Heroin.
heroin, retardation. Gold digging whores.
Someone's called Kimi, which is really close to Kamai, which is the Japanese word for God. So she's already got some other in-depth problems there.
What, you called Kamai at some point?
I was once called Kamai at one point. So a little backstory. When I first released music, I called myself Kamai, and I made the most shit fucking lo-fi music, which had no beats like synced up with it. It was awful. Go search on SoundCloud, and I promise you'll hate me afterwards.
I helped him with that.
I know. Blame Sam, if anything. He enabled my retardation with that.
I can't wait to listen back to this.
Oh, this is going to be awful. We can't put this on the internet. This is just going to be despicable.
We can keep this. We can keep this for ourselves.
I'm going to have to bleep like every other word. It's just going to be like, it's like watching an old South Park episode. It's just going to be constant, hey, can it... It's just going to be constant beeping. It's going to be awful. Anyway, on with the cocaine addict.
So because she was a cocaine addict, Angelica imagined her from Kira's story. He lost his mind after the death of his wife and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute.
Okay, that's just thrown in there.
Upon return to... For fuck's
I think, guys, they emigrated at one point, but
so,
it's not specified.
So upon return to America, shouldn't there be upon their return? Never mind. Chaz and Kira married, and she got her green card.
Trump! Oi, Donald! Get this fucker out of here! Oi, Donald! Oi!
They're not getting in. They're gonna need a Trump card. They're gonna need it. It's gonna be a gold card.
$10,000. Okay.
It's gonna
$10,000.
It's not even that. It's gonna be $5 million.
200% tax for condoms. Come on, come in.
200% condoms for Hamas. Can you believe that?
I've had too much vodka. I don't know the story. Carry on.
Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira married, and she got her green card. It was actually a really happy and romantic story. Kira continually struggled with... Oh, for fuck... What have you got me fucking reading?
I have AIDS.
What the fuck is
Let
it?
me take over.
No.
I got this. I'm a professional YouTuber. I have like 3 subscribers. It's great.
Anyway.
So basically, Chaz and Kira married, and she got her green card. It was actually a really happy and romantic story that we don't need to abbreviate on. We don't need in-depth analysis to get involved in the characters. Just believe us, it was a really good story. Kira continually struggled with her addiction, but was relatively happy with her life, and Chaz. Susie was actually Angelica's only friend, who entertained the thought of Angelica's creations for her sake.
Angelica spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her and playing with the lives of her creations.
And that's the fucking story. That is it. That is, by the way, guys, that is the entire fucking story. That is it. That's where it ends. That is the end. I hope you fucking enjoyed that, because I fucking didn't.
I mean, it got a 6.65 out of 10, and I'm not fucking surprised.
It's like Bollywood films, though. They get higher ratings than what they deserve. Anyway, there is a slightly adjusted version of the story. It doesn't say what year it came from, but we can read that for you as well. So, just to continue with the tweaked version, in brackets, tweaked. So, to begin off, the Rugrats really were a figment of Angelica's imagination. Okay, fuck me. We're going Inception on it. Okay.
Chucky died a long time ago with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was stillborn. That's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had the chance.
Sorry, hold on. What the fuck happened to Stu? We got that at the beginning and then we just never heard from him again. I feel bad. Rip my boy Stu, okay? Let's just shout out the Meat Canyon video, by the way. We'll put a snippet in here of where Stu murders his wife.
Dee Dee, I'm gonna bash your fucking brains in. And then we can see how much of Chaz's dick you could suck.
You stay back.
Shout out Meat Canyon. Oh, God, that's fucks. The DeVilles had an abortion. Angelica couldn't figure out whether it would be a boy or a girl, thus creating the twins, because that's how immaculate childbirth is created.
As for all grown up, Angelica was a bipolar schizophrenic who, as a teenager, became addicted to various narcotics. bringing her back to her childhood, thus creating a world in her mind that she obsessed over. Because at the time that's between the present and the last time she interacted with her imaginary world, she made them older. Angelica was constantly taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations. To her, her creations were her only company in a judgmental world.
I'm starting to think whoever wrote this had like severe autism. Like this, there's no other way of putting it. We've missed a paragraph.
Yeah,
I'll read this one. Angelica's mum actually died of a heroin overdose, if that wasn't already clear in the way the story was written. Angelica... Wait, hold on. Is this repeating itself? Yes. Yeah. Angelica was schizophrenic and bipolar because the last paragraph didn't specify that. She was a crack baby. Insert the South Park clip of crack baby basketball. Fucking hell.
Whoa.
She was a crack baby, by the way.
I mean, I was thinking, okay, the tweak version's a bit better. The tweak version's a bit better.
So, oh, by the way, yes, she had heroin. She was also a crack baby basketball player. Additionally, Drew, in his depression, married a gold-digging whore that Angelica idolised because she fooled herself into thinking it was her real mum. Okay, because that's how relationships work.
However, she always had a concept of her mum, Cynthia. And she used a Barbie doll to mirror her birth mother's image, wearing an unwashed orange dress and jacked up hair, which is why she was so attached to it. Later in life, she followed in her mother's footsteps, dying of an overdose at age 13 when All Grown Up was cancelled.
I want to quickly just add in there. So following in her mother's footsteps, how old was the mum when she died? Was she also 13 when she died of a heroin overdose?
I have no fucking idea.
I'm a bit lost. I think a 12-year-old has watched like a YouTube video on drug addiction and gone, heroin bad, crack bad. I'm really surprised there's a little line in there of like, she smoked weed. She was an edgy girl. She was an edgy queen. Yeah, she was an edgy queen.
So I'm just going to read a couple more paragraphs.
Oh, fuck, it keeps going.
Yeah, I know.
You read the first one, I'll read the second one. And we'll put people out of their misery and they don't have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah. The only regret to not be fictional, however, was unborn Tommy's brother, Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Dill didn't follow her commands, and after endless crying and a refusal to disappear like the others did, when Angelica was angry with them, so she hit him.
She smacked the shit out of him, yes.
After she hit him, he screamed a screeching tune.
No, because smacking a baby...
Oh, no!
It's going to stay silent.
No!
You hit it so hard in the head, it stops responding. Everyone at home, you've got little baby brothers, shake the shit out of them, and I promise nothing bad will happen.
I just want to clarify, we are not responsible for any baby deaths if you do decide to shake your baby.
No, I stand by it. Fuck that.
Channel Blue doesn't. Channel Blue doesn't condone this behaviour, by the way.
Sushijams endorses baby shaking.
Channel Blue doesn't.
Yeah, Sushijams does though.
Don't shake your baby.
Shake your baby. It's really funny.
I love how we're like the fucking angel and devil in this.
It's like, no, do it. Do it. I dare you. Come on.
You shouldn't.
Don't be a wimp. Do it. Your mum will laugh afterwards when your baby comes out with its tongue hanging out its mouth and fucking... We've got to cut that.
I don't think we're going to fucking release this, to be honest with you.
Oh, this is never making it to YouTube.
We're going to keep this as a test recording, and then...
I'm going to play this at Sam's wedding, and I'm going to be like, by the way, we did this whilst drunk. Everyone's going to sit there and be like, that's fucking retarded, bro. That's why'd you do that? That's stupid.
By that point, if you played this, my divorce would have probably been finalised as quick as I said I'd do.
I can't wait to check back on my YouTube channel and see that I've lost like 2,000 subscribers from this.
When you were like negative numbers.
Yeah, I'm going to be minus 3,000 subs. It's going to be awesome.
So anyway, after she hit him, he screamed a screeching tune, and Stu ran in and pulled his niece off of his only child, but it was too late.
She beat the shit out of a baby. Okay, this is getting kind of good now. The story's kind of epic, if you ask me. I like this. This is cool. Nah, beat the shit out of a child. That's funny.
Dill had a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in deformation. As he grew up, his damage only became more evident. And by the time
he looked like the Elephant Man, is what they're saying.
Pretty much. And by the time he was 9 and all grown up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation.
That boy, that's what they're saying. He's like, that boy clapped. You can tell this story is written in, I think it was 2010 or 2011. It's showing its age. Like, I remember being at school in 2010, 2011, and we would say... Anyway, this kid was a fucking... Fuck this kid. This kid was fucking... This kid's fucking... Fuck this kid. Fuck this little piece of shit. This kid's gonna have to fucking... All of that's getting bleeped.
Yeah. But I think if anything...
You're always gonna say this kid's...
We've gone 22 minutes.
Oh, by the way, this story was only meant to take 4 minutes. This is...
And we've just wasted that...
Okay, Sam, you carry on.
Anyway, so by the time he was 9 and all grown up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation. The immense guilt over this is what caused Angelica to start using drugs and to uncreate the Rugrats briefly until her experience of hallucinogenics.
Okay, the Rugrats disbanded. They're like a little boy band. I'll finish off.
Let
me take over. I got this. Like the Beatles. Those motherfuckers disbanded. One of them got shot in the fucking head. The whole band died. Okay, right, to end this off, the final paragraph. Are you all ready? This story was... That's an advert.
Hang on, John, it gets better.
Right.
I'm now trying to sell it.
Paragraph here.
I'm now trying to sell it one of the Beatles.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
So if you can be John and I'll be Paul.
Most people watching this are probably 14, and they've probably not even heard of the Beatles.
Oh, they're probably like classically trained in.
The thing is,
culture.
that's meant to be the Beatles' voice. The Beatles, if they were born nowadays with Scouse accents, it'd sound a little bit more like this. Fucking, what do you mean, lad? You fucking piece of shit.
Hey, John.
I fucking twist and shout, and I fucking sing to this song, lad.
Hey, Ringo, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing, lad?
Ringo, she was only 17. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, how do you fucking mean, lad? That'd be modern day Beatles.
What do you mean, Ringo? Look, you shouldn't be shagging 17-year-olds and actually singing about an octopus's garden.
If my auntie had balls, she'd be my fucking uncle. That's, by the way, if you're American, that's what Scouse people sound like. So now that's clarified.
And to the Scouse people of this,
unsubscribe. Fuck off.
Okay, yes, you can do that.
No, I like you Scouse people. You're okay. You stay here. Southerners, you fuck off. I don't care about you.
Chaz lost.
Let me read this, Sam. I got this. It's my time. Shaz lost his mind after the death of his first wife, and was the denial that she was ever a prostitute, because we kind of forgot about that point. On a trip to Paris to find love, Shaz fell in love with a hooker named Kira. He was originally going to marry a different hooker, but she wanted him for his money. Oh yes, some hookers are whores, some hookers are wife material. Kira once had a daughter named Kamai. I'm just going to call her Kamai. Fuck it.
Kimmy.
Fuck off, Kamai.
Kimmy.
But the baby was torn from her by the law due to her cocaine addiction. That baby was sniffing lines straight from the womb. Angelica imagined Kamai from Kira's stories. Upon return to America, Shaz and Kira married and got her green card. It was surprisingly happy and a romantic story. So all those kids, all those drugs, it was a happy ever after.
Kira continually struggled with addiction, but was relatively happy with her new life with Chaz. Susie was Angelica's only friend who entertained the thought of Angelica's creation because they seemed to make her happy. Later she became a psychologist and teamed up with Nickelodeon to make the Rugrats.
When Angelica died of the overdose, Susie helped arrange her funeral. Because of her addictions and her mental state, Angelica was expelled from society. All 8 billion people in the world told her to leave. Which led to a break with reality and her eventual death.
She spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her and playing with the lives of her creation.
And that, guys,
was a pile of shit.
Was pretty terrible. So everyone, that was the Rugrats Theory. That was released back on Halloween 2011. And was written by the absolutely diabolical Anonymous. The person who wrote this did not want to admit who they were.
And I would be just the same.
You know what? If this episode even makes it to YouTube, let us know down in the comments if you enjoyed this kind of style that we do. The next time we record this, we probably won't be drunk.
And
we'll probably do this more professionally. But let us know if this is the kind of thing you want to see on this channel. Let us know if you want to see more creepypastas. Like I said, if there's any sort of creepypasta you want us to read, comment it down below. We'll give you a shout out in the video. We're more than happy to do that. We're just trying out a sort of new and experimental thing on the channel, so we appreciate all the feedback we can get.
thanks for watching, guys.
And I have AIDS. Thank you. Bye.
And he's going to transmit them to me.
And I'm going to give him AIDS.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.